Are you ready to declutter like a pro? I know that years ago, when I was just starting to organize my house, I wish I had something that was easy to follow and help walk me through the declutter process. Well, you are in luck because I have a freebie called the Declutter Like a Pro checklist, and this checklist has helped thousands of families declutter all of their things. I'm going to walk you through the Declutter Like a Pro checklist and how you can use it in your home. If we haven't met, hey, I'm Jessica. I run School of Organizing, where we teach you how to organize for real. The Declutter Like a Pro checklist is completely free, and you can get it where you're watching this video. Now, I created this checklist years ago and update it frequently so that you can make sure that you are decluttering your home just like the professionals. So what you're going to do, you are going to get your Declutter Like a Pro download. You're going to print it off, or you can turn it into a digital ebook if you have an iPhone, and then keep it on your iPhone as you go through and declutter your spaces. So I like using this with my declutter caddy, and if you want to know what a declutter caddy is, you can click right up here. Or you can click down below and see what a declutter caddy is and why you need one. So using a checklist is really to help guide you through the process of thinking through decluttering. Decluttering is removing unwanted things from your space. So we're going to start with deciding on a method you're going to use when you declutter. I like two different types of methods, and I think it really just depends on you and how you think through the organizing process. So the first method is the drawer by drawer method. This method is where you remove things from a drawer or a cabinet one at a time. As you remove everything from that drawer or cabinet, clean the drawer and cabinet, and then only put back the items you use. Everything else either goes somewhere else or can be donated or sold. It's just that easy as you go through each drawer. This method is really recommended for people that get overwhelmed with the big clutter piles. But there is one catch to this method, and that is that you need to make sure that you write down the category that's inside that drawer and in some way keep inventory of what you have. The reason being, sometimes you can double up on different things when you use the drawer by drawer method. So I'm going to give an example from the kitchen just because this is really where I've seen doubling up happen. If you go through a cabinet in one side of your kitchen, that's all mixing bowls. And then by the time you get to the other end of the kitchen, you might have some extra mixing bowls. But if you don't categorize the drawers and cabinets as you are going through the process, you might clump those mixing bowls with other things, and now you have duplicates. So keeping inventory or using Post-its is a great way to organize yourself using the drawer by drawer method. The other method is the whole room method, and I like focusing on rooms because it gives you a defined space. To do the whole room method, you are first going to basically make a big giant pile of all the stuff from the room, or go wall by wall, and then only stay in that room until you are completely done. Anything that doesn't belong in the room goes on the outside of the door. You don't leave the room unless you have to go to the bathroom, but you don't leave the room until that project is finished. This really works for people that really just want to tackle a space and be done, that are super motivated and ready to take action. So with both of these methods, you are only keeping the stuff you use, you appreciate, you admire, you need. That's it. So on the Declutter Like a Pro checklist, I have some questions that help guide you to think about these things before you decide if you need to keep them or part with them. Then you're going to group items together. What this means is you're going to take all of the items that you either use together or that are categorized together. And when I say categorized, I mean how you find them at a store. So like if you think of a grocery store, you have all cookware together, you have all canned goods together, you have all pastas together. Those are all categories. If you're thinking of things like my morning hair care routine, my nighttime hair care routine, morning FaceTime routine, bedtime routine, serums, and all that good stuff. So you can categorize them however it makes sense to you that you use it in that space. Then it is time to put the items back. So you want to create zones when you do this. And on the Declutter Like a Pro checklist, I go through how to zone, store where it makes sense, store where you use it the most, or store where it is easy to use. And then the final step on the Declutter Like a Pro checklist is to use labels. I have an entire blog post that goes so in depth on labels. You can find that where you are watching this video. Now, since the Declutter Like a Pro checklist is a checklist that you use over and over again, you can either print it out and laminate it. You can just keep printing them out as you need it. Or you can use a digital copy by turning it into an ebook on your phone. This way, you have access to this every time you go through and declutter any area in your home. I have had so many people write and say that they keep this in their kitchen, they keep it in their office, they have it hanging up, just as the visual reminder of what to do to declutter and live with less clutter in their home. So if you want to declutter like a pro, make sure to get the Declutter Like a Pro checklist down below where you're watching this video. Love what you see? Don't forget to subscribe. New videos every Wednesday.